Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2025, the year of the Great Reset. Reset of mankind. I have an awesome spell casting for you guys for the year of 2025. Okay, a nice, beautiful spell casting from the gods that's going to carry us through the year of 2025. So you can come back and use it at any time. Okay, and on top of that, I have a channeled message from the gods, from Prometheus, who the last time Prometheus came through, we were doing big things to the earth. It is when I truly started activating the pyramids, and big things were occurring. So these are big changes coming in, big energetic waves. Okay, they're massive. So I will read you the channeled message from Prometheus. This is the year of the great reset of mankind. That's what I keep hearing. Um, and then I will read you the channeled spell casting that came through for 2025. I am opening up this space to make it highest light in and highest light out. Those who are ascending will find this without any doubt. Trust and know that you are meant to be here, that it is more than your mind can see, but your soul can hear very clear. Give yourself space and love and light and know that you have heard heaven and God's plight. So that was not the spell casting. I just felt to say that as I'm lighting my Palo Santo. I also have Christ infused candles that I make going. I have my blue sage burning. And this is a space of love and light that you are coming into. So I'm calling us in as a family, grounded to the earth and truth, ready to take the world by the reins. This year you are in charge of. It's you. We're ready to see the light shine bright, and hopefully it shines through you because we all matter and we all come together in the end. It's true. So bring more love through. That is the goal after all. Shine more light of Christ. That is the effort. Don't fall. Be here in the now only and experience things as they come, but give yourself space to stand in strength no matter what plays out. Okay, so that was coming through as part of the intention for today. It just literally came through as I started this video. In the end of this, I will also pull a few cards. The decks that I was told to pull were the Surrender deck, um, the Divine Energy Oracle, Spellcasting Oracle cards, and two of my decks that I created. So I will also give that message in the end for you all. Welcome to 2025. Are you ready to take hold and ride the wave of life? It's bigger than we know. So that's kind of the theme this year, is it's out of our limited mind. I did the predictions for 2025, and some of those are already beginning to show. Things like airplanes going down, trains derailing, just the systems falling, lots of system falling, the Pope exposed and dying, possibly. Somebody else is said to not make it this year. So big shifts are here. These are just big shifts, okay? We cannot do things the way we once did in any way, shape, or form. Okay. So I don't know about you. I went to bed early. I didn't even stay up till midnight for New Year's. My kids were like, Mom, I'm like, I'm tired. I've been working nonstop, working out. I get up, I work out really hard. Um, it's great. So that's what I've already done today. I did, I think, 8,000 steps this morning. And that's how I've started my 2025. So how about you? Right? 8,000 step workout, I should say. So, welcome. Are you ready to hear Prometheus's message? So again, Prometheus came in when I was undoing the false concept of time for the earth. This is the return of Christ's path. That is where you find this stuff at. That is who I am, and that's what I've been doing since 2019. I am the path home. But it's up to those who choose to rise to see that, okay? Who choose to let more love in and more light will see that in their heart space. But I remember when Prometheus came in, you'll find that video on the Return of Christ playlist, the Ascension playlist that I have on this channel, because everything I did's been recorded, and now I know why I didn't at first. I challenged God on that one. I'm like, I shouldn't be here. He said, yes, you should. I said, okay. Anywho, so I remember Prometheus and the first time he came through in the Return of Christ work back in 2020, 2021. Time has flown by, so dates are a little bit scrambled, but they're always profound and meaningful. He took the earth and he split it in two and he rotated it. And as he came in today, that was the image I got again. As I remember him taking the earth, he gave a message of mankind. He is one of the gods of mankind. Mankind is not necessarily a direct descendant from God. Adam and Eve were. And then from there, it trickles down to the gods and the angels and so on. But Prometheus comes in as one of the gods of mankind. We are part of the gods of time, okay? Some of us, activating pyramids, mankind cannot do. Somebody mentioned, I wish somebody I knew did that. You can't do that. But gods of time can, okay? The fallen knew how to mess with the earth, so that's what they did. But my job was to come in and correct it and ascend the earth, and that's what I've done and unite with my DM again on 3 different levels. So that's all been done. But I remember Prometheus saying, I can't remember exactly what he said in that video. I encourage you to watch it. He took the earth and he split it in half and he rotated it and then he put it back together. And that's the image I'm holding very strong as I'm about to read this message to you, because the earth is about to change in profound ways. She won't look the same anymore. And I feel that coming forward for this year. We're about to change so much, and the planet, even the preface of the planet, life as you know it, and we can't do things the same way. We have to be soul path aligned because of that. Because we just can't be in the matrix anymore. Okay. So the earth is about to look different, and so is life as you know it. Okay. It has completely changed and realigned. The equator line, I remember even activating the masculine pyramids that we did around the equator line. That was pretty cool. So that was Ecuador, Kilimanjaro, British Columbia, and Congo, I believe is what that one was. Those are all on the channel as well. Those were the masculine pyramids. So I feel like this is the year of the masculine rise. Okay. And make way for blue skies, I keep hearing. But a big year shift. Things will change the way you see them. Okay. So profound shifts and perspectives. And I think that's part of his message also that I'm about to read to you guys. Okay. So just trust that nothing's going to remain the same, and you cannot do things the way you've always done them, which is why we must be the sponge, okay? It's like a rebirth. You have to get to know life again and the world around you because she's already been changed, and that is true. The work that I've done is change the earth, which will in turn affect all of you. And it is up to you to ride those waves and the frequencies of rise and to listen to what God brought through and sent through so that you can take the journey to rise too, because it can only happen through you, through the choices you make, which making those choices alone undoes your karma, okay? Is part of undoing your karma. But if you choose things over that, it's not undoing your karma, okay? That's the difference there. All right, so let's begin with a message from Prometheus for 2025, okay? Changes profound will flow through you. See, there you go. Through you. Okay, not to you. It's through you. And if they can't flow through you, you can't rise. That's true. If you block them from flowing through you and accepting them, you can't rise. That's not soul path aligned. Okay. So changes profound will flow through you. You have to let them flow through you. We have reached a threshold bigger than one we have ever been through before. Okay. And let me tell you, the energies were palpable, and discipline has absolutely been required, because when things feel tough, that discipline is what's going to get you through. Okay. I've been utilizing it and anchoring into it big time. So we have reached a threshold bigger than one we have ever been through. The challenges you all face depend upon how you view the world and all things or loved ones around you. Okay. The challenges you all face, because I've already done it. I'm already in New Earth. Some of us, most of us are not yet. We're still processing it through our vessel. Okay. So the challenges you all face depend upon how you view the world and all things or loved ones around you. Okay, so your lens determines where you go. Okay, how you view the world, how it affects you, choices you make determines the challenges you face coming up. Okay, because this is a karmic play out. I said that when I undid the Holy Grail and when I brought down the blood of Christ. It's not water we need for anointing, it's his blood. And I discussed a video on that recently, okay? Why I brought down the actual blood of Christ. Why did we need his blood anointing and all? I did a video on that recently because I undid the Holy Grail and all that. Okay, so let's make that clear. It's not water for anointing that we need, blessed by the church, because the church will fall. It is the blood of Christ. You call it in through the light and the love and the one of all, okay? So that's why those who did the path were covered by that as long as they stayed the course. The challenges you all face depend upon how you view the world, okay? And all things or loved ones around you. And how much you are willing to change and grow. It's a reset of the soul. Okay, I've said that many times and God actually expanded that. It's a great reset of mankind. Okay. I think there's a story about Babylon is if like 10 or so many people rose, the reset would have been less. And unfortunately, that was not the case. Okay. Most people fell prey to that shadow. So the heart reviews have been done. Okay. And will be applied. So it is a reset of the soul. Okay. We can't come here for karmic play out anymore. Okay. So I liked this visual. So listen carefully. It's a reset of the soul, like unplugging you from an old power supply, and some will be able to plug into a new source of power and light, but not all will have this blessing and ability. Okay, listen to this carefully. It's a reset of the soul. This is from Prometheus. Okay, like unplugging you from an old power supply, and some will be able to plug into a new source of power and light, but not all will have the blessing and ability. You guys, there's something else coming through there. So God had me start doing Reiki, and I'm a master healer. I can see it in my mind's eye, the blueprint of it and things, and it's backwards. The masculine is my left side. The feminine is my right. When I hear my DM, when I feel my DM, when I talk to my DM, because we've united at the soul, he's on the left side. Eye of Horus is the left side. Horus rose through the Sekhmet portal. I showed you guys that on my channel as well. Horus is in the left side of your pineal gland, and the Eye of Ra, which is Sekhmet and Eve, is on the right. And so masculine's left and feminine is right. It's backwards. Now I know why God wants me to pull it through. So I have started following that part of my soul path as well, but also I'm channeling it as I'm going. I did one yesterday, it was pretty cool. So I'm channeling it through, and they show me certain symbols to do and things. And then I started kind of looking into Reiki and realized it was backwards. Okay, so the world was backwards. It was a inverted upside down reflection of truth. Okay, so you have to understand. I'm going to read Prometheus part of this again. It's a reset of the soul, like unplugging you from an old power supply. And some will be able to plug into a new source of power and light, but not all will have the blessing and ability. Those who stand the tests of time, which I talk about what those are, all the lessons you have to learn through the portals that I activated. The reason I knew is because they were lessons I was pushing through to activate the portals. The pyramids, they were real. They're very real. So those who stand the test of time, it's about letting the shackles go and the karma clearing, and are willing to expand the limited mind will now rise. I'm going to read that one more time. Those who stand the tests of time. This is just the channeled message from Prometheus so far, and then I'll do the spell casting. And are willing to expand the limited mind will now rise. Massive waves of justice. Karma served. This is the end of ways, no doubt. Relinquish control. Handwriting changes when I channel sometimes, so I'm like, what did I write? I was channeling his message. Okay, so relinquish control, surrender now, and follow the path of the sun, the soul. The only way through is that path. Okay. For those choosing to follow their soul path, to grow and carry and shine more light. Okay. Read that again. Okay. So relinquish control, surrender now, and follow the path of the sun, the soul. The only way through is the soul path for those choosing to follow their soul path, to grow and carry and shine more light. Okay. You are warriors of our tribe. To care about others, to do the work to help others, no matter how much of a battle it took. To stand and shine, you will be rewarded in kind. Karma works both ways. Okay. I'm going to read that again just because the way I wrote it, I don't feel like it's doing justice for his message, because what he's trying to say here and what I see in my mind is that for those that are choosing the work, the path of the soul, the warrior, the light, to shine more Christ light and to step aside of their old limited wants and needs and be there to serve mankind. Okay. So relinquishing control, the one surrendering to that soul path and the path of the sun, listening diligently and taking every step that is brought forth. The only way through is that soul path. And I talked about that recently, and I noticed there's a lot of judgment that rises when I say that, but it's true. We can't be in a matrix path. We have to be in the soul path. And it's outside of our limited mind because it is a great reset of mankind, okay? I'm just making sure my sage is burning. Because it feels so good. Okay. So the only way through is that soul path for those choosing to follow their soul, grow, carry, and shine more light. You are the warriors of our tribe. To care about others, to do the work to help others. No matter how much of a battle it took to stand and shine, you will be rewarded in kind. Karma works both ways. So it's a karmic play out, but we forget about the good side of that too. So those that stood the test, that did the work to help mankind, that stood outside of their own wants and needs sometimes, not that they don't matter, but like for me, I made big sacrifices, but I was willing to do it, and I would do it again because it was for mankind and God, and I love God so much, and it was ready for the suffering to stop, right? So those who are doing it, who are standing outside themselves and willing to be vulnerable and push past that resistance, and no matter how difficult it was, karma will be rewarded as well. Okay, karma works both ways. That's what he's saying. You reap what you sow. Okay, you reap what you sow. So I channeled that as well when I was activating the pyramids and doing all these things that I was like, whoa, this is in processing Jesus's death. And then doing the Holy Grail, I'm like, what is Judgment Day? Because judgment is not of God. And they said it's you reap what you sow time. Okay, it's karmic play out. Time for the soul to be whole. Okay. The earth is about to reclaim more land. So remember the image I told you when I started channeling this message is the first time Prometheus came through. Watch that video. It's on my Return to Christ playlist in the very beginning. Prometheus, I did a message from Prometheus, the god of mankind. He took the earth, he ripped it in two and rotated it and put it back down. That's important. He took, and I'm getting chills when I say that. He took the earth, ripped it in two. Now, the work that I've been doing is changing the earth. It already is, it's there. Rotated it and spun it in two pieces and put it back together. Okay, that's relevant. Now, when you think about the work I did, I shifted the poles and I created five more because I took us into 7D. Activated the masculine and feminine pyramids, closed all portals of darkness, opened up God portals of light, ascended the animals and all the beings of light already, other than mankind, because it has to be through you choosing love, okay, because you have free will. So listen carefully to what he's about to say here because that image kept coming in very loudly. And he put a message in that video too, I encourage you to watch. The earth is about to reclaim more land and to purge what doesn't any longer belong here. Okay. It's about to claim more land and purge what does not belong here. Mount Shasta is also coming into play. Um, in Mount Shasta, when I cleared it 1 and 2, there was a lot of darkness there, and all of California has been cut off the light. And I saw these massive waves come in through San Francisco. And that's what this painting is about. Recently, when God had me take us into the Nile timeline, which is the earth now rising, this painting channeled through, and I completed it before I did the actual work of implementing all the portals. And there's a volcano that will go, an earthquake will come, and a massive wave of water will change the land, okay? And correct what has been done. So, when he says the earth is about to reclaim more land, I see that, but different also. Like there's more. The wrath path has shifted, so more land is going to move. Some of the pyramids and the earthquakes will be underwater. Okay, so her shift has already been done. Now she is processing and all is taking hold. Okay. Her new blueprint will now play out. So I've done all the work since 2019. And during that time was your 7-year trial and tribulation period, but it abruptly ended. Heart reviews have been done and now they will be applied as we continue to rise. Okay. So that's kind of what this message is talking about. It's very real, you guys. It's very real. That's all I can say. But it's not about fear because God is not about fear. It's about giving you the knowledge of what you needed to know what to do to rise. And there were so many blessings that were there, but the resistance took hold in a lot of ways. Okay. So now I'm going to read the spell casting for 2025. This part, I want you to write it down, come back to the video, write it down, pause the video. But to begin with, I'll call your energy in. And I will include this. I will implement this spell casting for us if you choose. Okay. I actually have a spell casting package that I do for people. I love that. It's so cool. You actually get 3 different spell castings, some for healing purposes, manifesting's always included. It's pretty special. So these spell castings with the gods are very real. They do create waves of change. It's almost like getting a healing, right? It's very similar. It does create things, and this was channeled for 2025. Okay, so the first go around, I will call your energy through, and I'm going to do it for us. So I want you to just accept it if you want to, and feel it. Then I want you to rewind, pause the video, and write it down because writing it is very powerful too. Okay, it's spell casting. Then you can also have it. And if there's any reason you need to do it again, okay, throughout the year or whenever it calls to you, because they're never a one and done, ever. And they are very real. They are truly spell castings of the gods. Okay, that's who I am. I brought back the language of God. That's usually who I channel through. Okay, so spell casting for 2025. I've set the intention. I have my candles lit. These are homemade candles filled with Christ light. I'm also seeing the numbers 25, 25, 25, 25. Okay, profound changes in your timeline. It's time to master ourselves and our abilities, is what I'm hearing when I see that, and more. So you can look that up too. Okay. Ooh, massive power outages leave most of Puerto Rico in the dark. By the way, Peru, all of those massive waves coming in, I activated pyramids there. Machu Picchu was like the fourth portal, I believe, and it was Atlantis portal. Okay. So the work I've done is very massive and it is really all the truth. It's there. Okay. So I'm going to call in all of our energy that choose to be called into this spell casting now or whenever you find this and choose to do it. It doesn't matter. Time does not exist. Okay. So I just want you to have your heart open and set the intention to receive. After I say it, you can then go back, pause the video, and write it all down. Okay. So spell casting of 2025. It may have come from Prometheus. It didn't switch in the energy. It just channeled through. Okay. So I call you into this space of highest light in and highest light out. And the intention is that you receive this spell casting to play out for you how it is meant to play out for you according to your soul path and karmic lessons. Okay. I relinquish the past lessons of the soul that once left me less than whole. So I relinquish the past, the lessons of the soul that once left me less than whole. I align with the purpose that is my light, and I am ready to make everything light. I surrender the fear, the worry, and doubt. I let go of thinking I know everything. It is my honor and my birthright to now honor again the true king and queen, the divine light. I'll read it twice, okay? I'm implementing it now for us all. I accept the changes coming in. I do my best to ride the waves. Do I sink or do I swim? I spread my wings and I choose to fly, to soar above all things, to reach new perspectives and be open to things I have never felt or seen. I allow my soul to shine as I carry Christ's light, walking the path of my soul, calling back my light to the whole. I relinquish the control of the mind, for this is the great reset of mankind. I'm going to let that sink in just for a moment. I got a lot of chills. So, in order to carry Christ's light, you have to be walking the path of the soul. Okay. I did a video on that. If you are not co-creating and walking the path of the soul, you're not calling back your power and carrying all light to be whole. Okay. That's just what it is. It's a great reset of the soul. It's not a space of the mind. It's not a life of the matrix. We are resetting mankind. This is big. It's massive. It is the work of God. Okay. That is who we are, is the gods of time. That is who I am a part of. Okay. This is true. Watch my videos. I did the Nile too. Sekhmet soul came back to me. Horus came back to my DM. Jesus, Mary Magdalene has been healed and united, and those souls were called back to us too. And then Adam and Eve, and I rebirthed the new earth. Like, this is truly the reset of mankind, you guys. I want you to allow that to digest. It's not fear, because if you just walk the path, you listen to all of the things and you don't hold on to what doesn't serve and what doesn't bring more light, then you're all right. Okay? God didn't just do these things, He brought you the path too. But it is up to you. So I'm going to read it again, and you can now choose to write it down. Stop the video. I will go as slow as I can, but stop the video and write it down as you need, okay? So, spell casting for 2025. I relinquish the past, lessons of the soul that once left me less than whole. I relinquish the past, lessons of the soul that once left me less than whole. I align with the purpose that is my light, and I am ready to make everything light. I'm going to say that again. I align with the purpose that is my light, and I am ready to make everything light. I surrender the fear, worry, and doubt. I let go of thinking I know everything. It is my honor and my birthright to now honor again the true king and queen, the divine light. I accept the changes coming in. I do my best to ride the waves. Do I sink or do I swim? I spread my wings and I choose to fly, to soar above all things, to reach new perspectives and be open to things I have never felt or seen. I allow my soul to shine as I carry Christ's light, walking the path of my soul, calling back my light to the whole. I relinquish the control of the mind as I know this is the great reset of mankind. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So that was the message from Prometheus and the spell casting, which is quite beautiful. And honestly, they go right together, don't they? And again, I encourage you to watch the video from Prometheus on my Return of Christ playlist from back in 2020, I believe. It's right at the top of the playlist. You will see it, Message from Prometheus, God of Mankind. I am part of the gods of time. It's not normal to activate pyramids to undo the Holy Grail. And it's time for us to let go of the limited mind, okay? It's not my ego. It took a lot. And I even sacrificed my DM. I got a walk-in DM. But we also need to realize that it's true. The earth was upside down and backwards. Okay, you were lied to a lot about things. You were lied to about a lot of things, and the earth was truly an upside down, backwards reflection of the truth. Okay, so we need to allow ourselves to revert into what is right. Because if you're not lining to the masculine being on the left and the feminine being on the right, the eye of Horus activating and the eye of Ra activating, you're not rising. Okay. You want to get there. Just do the work and align with that soul path. Co-creation is the new earth blueprint. Okay. Co-creation, new earth manifesting, co-creation, 7D invocations with angels and gods. That's basically your new earth blueprint. Okay. All right. So let's see what the cards have to say for this year ahead as well, and for today or whatever needs to come through. All right. Relinquish the path that has control of you. Change tracks. Okay. Get soul path aligned. Somebody does need to change tracks. You are not soul path aligned. Change tracks. Go into your heart and listen to the nudges that come. Set the intention and do it. Okay. Accept what is dying. Okay. We have to accept what is dying. We can't live the way we used to live. We have to accept what is dying and make way for what is new. But here's the thing, though, is once you do that, you realize what is new is way better. It feels good to feel good. I'm telling you, it feels good to really feel love. Oh my gosh. So build on solid ground. You can only build on the new earth ground. Okay. You can only build through the soul path and heart-centered measures. You cannot build anymore from the matrix and the way we used to do things. You have to change tracks now. Accept what is dying. You cannot do the things you keep doing. You have to do them differently. Okay, we need a lot more action and different light. All right, soul path movement, soul path choices, soul path action, and balance from the heart space is new earth blueprint. We have to let the matrix go, and that's okay because you will actually feel whole. It's just scary because you don't know the new comfort zone. but you will. Okay. So build on the solid ground, not the false foundation. And keep your commitments. Okay. Keep your commitments. That's pushing past that resistance. Don't let the resistance get you because it will try to. So procrastination, when God says do something, something's going to try to stop you. I'm telling you, it's the resistance. It's a battle for your soul. Keep your commitments. It comes up with me a lot too. There's some times where healing has to be done and I have to step back and protect my energy. An attack came in or something, but we have to keep our commitments, okay? What God says out for you to do, create that blueprint. Sometimes we expect immediate reward, but you actually have to build the cogwheel of energy. Okay, you find your balanced blueprint and you keep building the cogwheel of energy, and just know it will come through. All right, keep your commitments. Don't let anything stop you. Accept what is dying. The matrix cannot come with you. Any part of it cannot come with you. Building on solid ground only. You have to get a foundation in the new earth blueprint. Okay, you have to change tracks now. There's a lot of people still in the matrix, is what I'm hearing here. Face your shadow. Okay, face your shadow. Face your shadow. Whatever rises, face it. Why not? Right? Why not? Face it, hold true, and just choose love above all, but stand your ground on solid ground. Do not let the shadows stop you or conquer you. And bust out of your cocoon. You cannot stay in your comfort zone. We cannot stay small. We are all connected, okay? And so if you're worried about other people judging you, those judgments will become you. That's a karmic lesson. And express your joy. The thing is our passion and our joy is our new earth blueprint too, okay? We will create from those places. Our passion and our joy is our new earth blueprint too. So express your joy. Build on solid ground from your joy. Facing your shadow the whole way, pushing past that resistance, that will allow you to change the tracks, okay? Get soul path aligned, learn to communicate with spirit. I did a video on that for you too. Keeping your commitments, don't let the resistance stop you. Do not think you have time because you don't. Whatever comes through, do it without hesitation. Do it without hesitation. The moment you hesitate to God, you create a shadow. You create karma, okay? It's giving your power away to things outside of God. That's what creates your karma. Money should not be most important. It should be love and joy. Fear does not exist in the house of God. Time does not exist in the house of God. So to think ahead, to think behind, or to think you have time, well, I could do this later. If God's putting it in your lap now, do it now. The only way that you won't is if the energy stops you. Then at least you know you've started the blueprint. Keep going. Busting out of your comfort zone, okay? You cannot remain the way you've been. You have to let go what is dying. Okay, we have to be full in our power, our best version of ourselves. We need to get to the best version of ourselves. But who wouldn't want to? I'm liking this new version of myself. I don't know about you. I'm liking her. She's a powerful biatch. All right, so let's see. Yep, answers are coming. The questions you seek are on their way if you're listening carefully to the wisdom within and around you. Okay. The answers you've been seeking are all around you. It's within you, it's around you. You just must listen to the right things. Okay. The answers you're seeking are within, they're found within you. They represent through the light within you. There is hidden knowledge. There is deep ancestral knowledge here. There is knowledge to the collective soul within you. And so if you let go of all of the pieces that are like doubt and fear and what do I do and who's going to bring me, who's my hero? It's you. Who's my hero? It's you. The answers are within you, deep within. So listen carefully. And that is where you'll find the answers you need. It's truly freedom. Okay. We are freeing our soul. That is the great reset of mankind. Okay. We have to be free of what keeps us bound and shackled, what keeps us held down and blinded. We have to free our soul from. Okay. We are free to shine our light and do what feels right and go from joy and happiness and love and balance from that space. Not about money, love. Love is the new currency. Love is the new currency. And it is a vibration you match through healing and alignment and releasing what holds you back, bound, and blinded. There's something else in here. So that's bringing me another energy of like it's hidden. Something's blinding your messages. You don't realize that it's within you. Okay. Financial health, right? Focusing on financial health, building your foundation of light, career changes. You cannot anchor into the matrix and expect abundance to come your way. It won't anymore. Okay. We have to let things go. We have to do things as our own CEO, but also focusing on financial health. I need to have a strong foundation, right? This tree is vibrant and rooted very strongly into this rocky cliff, right? It's grounded into the right things. And that's what this one card said, right? Accept what is dying, change tracks, build on solid ground. Okay. Like, yes, I want money, right? We do. We want to be safe. We want to, whatever needs to happen. But abundance is found when we are anchoring into the right ground and focusing on the right things and allowing our light to shine and all of our vines or limbs of creations to be brought out. Okay. Um, and then trusting. So much trust is in here. Okay. So financial health is being brought out, focusing on financial health. But let me make this clear because this does not mean in the matrix. This does not mean go work your 9 to 5 anymore. Okay. This is not does not mean to allow money to create fear within you or to control you anymore. Money cannot control you anymore. So you need to be anchored into the right foundation. I've undone the money matrix recently as well. Through the pentagon and the pentagram, it was all there. All the power of light has been called back to the divine. And if you don't do things from that blueprint, it's going to be very difficult to allow money to shine through you. Okay. Love is the currency. So what is your passion? What is your love and your joy? And what is co-creating through you? That's why they had me make that book as well. New Earth Manifesting, co-creating in 7D invocations. We have to be free from the shackles that bind. Money can't be the main thing on your mind. It should be love. What brings me love? Not just sitting down all day. I can't watch Netflix and chill all day. I have to be actively in my flow. Okay. Flow. Flow is everything. Balance from the heart center and focusing on that, putting out your feelers where money can come in. Okay. That should be a focus. Money is not the focus, but it's my foundation. My foundation and putting out my avenues of return. Animals come through a lot because animals are spirit guides. They're whether they're physical or not, they help us love more. They help us love more. If you know people who are totally averted from animals, they're definitely not in a state of love flow, generally speaking. When we can bond and learn from animals, even just learning from animals, you don't have to own them to learn them. You don't have to own them to love them. But when we open up to love and protection from our animal guides and our animal friends and family members, you guys, they help our heart fill up with love. And that helps our vibration continue to rise. Okay. I'm feeling one more out of this deck. Mhm. Strength. Strength is required, but there is so much strength in you when you're anchored into the right things. It seems easy. You guys, I cannot tell you the kind of strength it took for me to survive what I've done, to survive the battle of my twin flame, to survive all the things that I've done and come through. My physical vessel is a warrior. I thank her so much. Like the strength, when I needed the most strength, I cannot describe to you how much strength it took for me to survive the return of Christ's work. It's true. The battle was extreme. And God even told me at one point I was battling like 3 fallen angels at one time. You want to talk about strength? It took me everything I had. But the reason I survived, even where God thought I couldn't, and He ended up calling me mahogany, is because I anchored into the right things. Okay. When the most strength was required, I calmed my mind and anchored into meditating and what felt good, the calmness, the stillness, and love. I called on the strength to surround me and I used love for everything. The feeling, okay? Love. When you anchor into the right things, strength is truly within you. Okay, it really does help. Truly, truly, truly becomes your foundation. Okay. But when you're focusing on the wrong things, you're giving your power away. When you give your power away, that strength is really hard to come by. Okay. You feel depleted. So you need to be in your power, knowing what you can do and utilizing the tools to do it. Okay. Use the right tools, anchor into the right things. Use our animals to help us with love. Oh, they do. Let me tell you. If it weren't for my dog, my angel, oh, I may not have survived what my twin flame did. Not my new one, my first one. When he first took off after our souls aligned and were attacking me, she literally laid on top of me and would just absorb all of those emotions. They are amazing. Okay. So they help us love more. Find the things that help us love more. Strength and love, strength and anchoring into the right things to spiritual discipline as well. Okay. Spiritual strength, connection, anchoring in the right things, grounding into the right things, using the right tools. And that is where you find your strength within you, not waiting for somebody to save you. It's within you. But you have been saved. It's just up to you guys because we can't bring the shadow through. So if everybody didn't do the work to rise, it would be like, okay, just bring the shadow through again and we'll do more in karma. No, we can't. You have to learn the lessons once and for all. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, surrender to your soul's path. Okay. You have to surrender to your soul's path. I did a video on that and most people judged it. That tells me who's not aligned to their soul path. Okay. Because if you don't surrender to your soul path, you will not rise. It's just, you can't, because it's a great reset of the soul. So your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Okay, soul path, growth, rising, choosing love, choosing what's right in front of you for God to, for growth, right? The puzzle pieces, not hesitating and giving your power away to the shadow, following the one God sent through. That's a big deal. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Embrace it, right? What is your lens? So many people have a lens that is outside of love towards the work of God. And we wonder why the wrath path widened, right? It's a good thing to be on your soul path. Trust me, it feels really good. It does. It's just getting out of what you think is a comfort zone, but you will find a new one very quickly if your lens is right. Or you can always look at it as woe is me. This is a struggle. It's always difficult. Depends on the way you look at the world. And isn't that what Prometheus said? Depending upon the way you look at the world will depict the challenges you see. Okay. Surrender to miracles. Okay. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Okay. Feel and know that these, I was so close. I was reading it backwards. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. Okay. Surrender to what is, not what you want it to be. You cannot paint the world false colors. Okay. That's just letting go of that control, surrendering to what is true right in front of you. Okay. the truth, the wisdom that is in all of us. Okay, we're all connected. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. Okay, flow with what is instead of fighting it. Okay, where you can't, when you can't change a situation, compassionately accept it exactly as it is, and that will bring you peace. But when you want to fight it, when it's like oh, this sucks, I don't want to do that, and you come up with all these scenarios that aren't even real, it can really hurt, okay? You will find peace when you surrender to what actually is. Don't try to paint it anything else, just what it is. Nothing else matters but the truth, let me tell you. Transparency required. I say that a lot. Surrender to wonder and awe, okay? Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy flow. Okay. Surrender to success. Surrender to success. So if you're like, I can't do that, I can't be outside the matrix, I have to work my 9 to 5, I can't create from my heart space, I can't be an artist, is that surrendering to success? Success works through you just like everything else, okay? You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. And this one stood out to me for don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties, right? That's what you'll see with people who are CEOs and things is they don't sit here and go, oh, I did that wrong. They're like, oh, let's just do it different. Learn the lesson and move on. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Okay. And last but not least, my deck. Healing light, epic healing light journey, guided ascending light. Let's see what you have to say to end this message for 2025 today. Yay, yay, happy new year. Woo woo. Wah wah. Spell casting for you is my gift to you. It's a path of healing and light, and it's way deeper than you ever know. So just feel it, write it down, and observe what begins to flow. No expectations, no fear, no doubt. Those are ego. Clear the mind and set them free and experience what is a newbie. As if you have no clue. Whoa, that almost landed right in the fire. Okay. Whoa. Okay. That one too. All right. So let's see what these say. So first one that came through is back here. Whoop, whoop. We have downloads or thoughts, crown chakra. Open up your crown chakra. Okay, you can allow this sigil to download into your energy to help you open up your crown chakra. Okay, open up your crown chakra. Then we have green ray activations, heart space, love. Allow the green rays to come through. Green rays are about love, healing the heart space. Okay, don't sit here and be afraid to heal and let things go, but also don't wallow in them either. Feel them, release them, and let them flow. Okay, call in the green rays to help heal you, to help heal the heart space, to help feel more love and also abundance too. Okay, clear your crown chakra because the thoughts will overcome you. This is quantum regeneration. Just like I said, it's a karmic cleanse. It's a great reset of mankind. So our DNA should be upgrading and healing, and that is how we will evolve, is by healing all of our karma. You have to clear all your karma to rise. Your karmic contracts must be healed, not cut and burned. Healed. And that is what heals the generational ties and your DNA. Okay, so everything you do doesn't just affect you. Also, solar plexus is blocked. Twitter pated butterflies, solar plexus chakra. So clear your solar plexus so that you can feel it very sensitively, because that is one of the major ways the world communicates through you. You shine through your soul path will be found in your solar plexus as well as the heart. Okay, here we go with expectations. Your expectations are changing your outcomes. Okay. When you expect something, You're blocking what is. Remember to surrender to what is. We expect we know. We think we know everything. We expect things will come at a certain time. None of that exists. The only thing that exists is now here and what is real. Okay? Not what we want it to be, what we think it is, what it should be, what we expect it to be. Oh, they said this is coming. That's what this means. Those are expectations. Your expectations are changing your outcomes. Well, I expect it didn't come by now, so now I'm in trouble. Those kinds of things, okay? Oh, she said Mount Shasta in California were going to crumble and fall, and it didn't happen yet. So I've actually heard this in the energy. So it's not real. I cleared Mount Shasta. Watch the video. Okay, it's very real. When things will come is divine order, but the way you view the world will determine where you go. Okay, so have no expectations, be an observant and see what is. Okay, and release those old, outdated patternings. It's an outdated blueprint. Remember Prometheus's message? Some of us, it's unplugging from the false power supply, and only some of us will be able to plug into the new one. Okay. So much love, my friends. Happy New Year. I hope you received the message, those that needed to. Utilize the spell casting and be amazed at what comes through from them because they're very real. They're quite profound. They're deeper than you know because they are from God's flow. Okay. They do create changes and different things to occur, but don't be in expectations because it will block all things for you. You can't combine Christ's light with things of the shadow. Duality is no more. So much love, my friends. Happy New Year, the year of the Great Reset. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.